Welcome to Virtual Antics, your go-to podcast for digital entrepreneurs, powered by Nadora.org and NG Virtual Assistant. We're here to guide you through every aspect of business, from networking to lead generation and so much more. Get ready to thrive in the virtual world with expert insights and our all-in-one solution, Nadora, where creating a digital business becomes a breeze. Let's dive in and revolutionize your business journey together. Welcome back to the Virtual Antics Podcast. I'm your host, Natalie Guzman, and today we have a unique guest on our show, and I am cracking up because it's one of my favorite people in the world. She is the co-founder of Nadora. If you've been listening, that is one of my companies I also own and found. So welcome, Dora. What's up?
Nothing much. Just hanging out.
Well, thanks for coming. I know I kind of forced you in it, but usually I'm the one that's always on these podcasts and podcast guesting, and Dora is like our behind the scenes gal, creating all the systems, programs, websites, all the amazing stuff. So I wanted you to come in so we can just talk about Nadora and why we love it so much.
Well, first of all, it's named after us. So.
Yes, Natalie Dora equals Nadora, and everyone is loving the name. That's one of the feedbacks I've been getting. They're all like, "How'd you come up with that? That sounds like actually something." I'm like, "Well, it is. It's our names."
Yep. I always think it's weird though, because I'm like, "Hi, I'm Dora, the co-owner of Nadora." Like, it just sounds so like, I don't know.
It's like one of the rhyming things that are very awkward when you say it. Yeah, I love it. I think it's really cool. So what is Nadora, Dora?
Well, I guess like you said, you've touched on it before in your podcast, but basically Nadora is an all-in-one marketing system, and it has all different tools in it, from email marketing, CRM, funnels, web pages, text message marketing, like all of that stuff, all wrapped up into one, so that you can cut down on the amount of applications that you need as a whole. So instead of managing 10 different subscriptions to 10 different programs, you just have one, and it's one that can do basically just about anything when it comes to, your business. So, and then along with that, we also have our own marketing team called Marketing Mavens, which we're there so that we can help you with, whatever you might need in terms of taking your business to the next level. So if you need some help coming up with, a landing page for a specific event or a specific freebie you're giving away or something like that, you can hire us to then go in and do it if you're not very tech savvy, or you don't know maybe what you're doing, or you just don't feel like you have a good design aesthetic, or even if you just don't have the time to do it. So our job is to kind of come in and make that easier for you. But yeah, it's a great system. It's super user friendly, and we provide you with the support and resources that you need. So
Dora also handles our off hours, so those are always fun because she actually created a really cool graphic for it. I keep looking at it this week. I was like, oh, it looks so cool. I love that when branding comes together. But she hangs out there and answers any questions y'all have. But some of the software is to give you a better idea of what Nadora can do. So it can replace Zapier. It has automation system built into it, so you don't have to pay for that. It replaces Active Campaign. So if you're doing email marketing, funnels, or anything in Active Campaign, this completely replaces that. Suite has a social media scheduling. If you're using MailChimp, most people are, and it drives me insane because it is not, I don't know, I feel like it's not a good email marketing tool, and almost everyone uses it, so it drives me nuts.
We had it for a while and I was just unimpressed by it.
Yeah. And then I just found out, Dory, I think this is crazy, but a lot of people are using it as their CRM system. And so, but it's not a CRM. So Nadora has a built-in CRM. So for people that don't know what I'm talking about, it's a customer relationship manager. Basically, it's where you store all of your contacts, and then you can separate them by tags in our automations. So one of my favorite things to do is when someone signs up on our website using a form that you can build in Nadora, then we have an automation set. So we'll tag them as, whatever maybe that form is for. So say it's for a discovery call. It'll tag them as discovery call. Then after they submit the form, they get a calendar. Well, guess what? In Nadora, you can create unlimited calendars. So you don't need Calendly or any of those other ones as well. And then, so it puts them, it tags them, and then it sends them, and can send you an internal notification. So it'll say, hey, this scheduled discovery call. And then you can even do the automatic reminders so they can get text or emails like an hour or a day before, however you ever want to set it up, that their appointment's coming up. And that has increased my show up rate. I'm doing a lot of podcasting right now and seeing if guests are a right fit for our show. And so Nadora has been a huge help because I'm able to send those automatic reminders without having to do anything. And people are actually showing up. Where once I didn't have it set up and no one came. I remember texting Dora. I was like, we forgot the automations on this. 3 people didn't show today. So that just kind of shows you the power of the system is like, can really help you and just save you a lot of time, because when they miss an appointment, then you have to email them and then you have to reschedule, and it's just like a huge hassle. So I love the automations. What are your favorite things to do in Nadora?
Well, like kind of, I guess, going off of like what you were saying with all the different apps that it replaces, we touched on the forms. I love doing the forms. So our form system, and then there's forms and then there's surveys. They can replace software like Jotform, which is once again another subscription you just don't need because you have it all in one. So you can make as many forms as you want. God knows we have a lot of, and then you can even embed them into your funnels, into your web pages. You can even embed them into other sites or other places. So they will give you the actual code that you can use to put it somewhere else. Like if you weren't using the email marketing, you were still using MailChimp until your subscription right now, you can take that code from the form and put it into the MailChimp email and it will show up there. But then anyone who fills it out, all of their information will go into the CRM in Nadora. So
one thing we didn't mention was you can create unlimited websites and funnels.
Oh yeah, that is the huge, that's probably my favorite thing is definitely the amount of websites and funnels that you can do. You can hook up an unlimited amount of domain names and you can create as many funnels, so as many, landing pages, as many websites, all of that as you want. We have, a variety of businesses now within our company, and we have most of them all under the same account, which means, we've got 4 different domains hooked up to the account. We've got 4 different funnels going at the same time. So yeah, that's a huge one, because in terms of like other things like Wix or Squarespace or WordPress, you have to pay per each, account that you have or each page that you create. And you can only hook up one domain to each page. So that's a huge thing for us, is that ability to have that. And when you first introduced me to the system, that was the number one thing that I was like, oh, this is the coolest thing.
Yeah, I love it. And then, like you said, they all kind of run because they run on their own. You build it once, and then you just have to continue to drive traffic to it, which you can do with the social media scheduler and things like that. But whenever you have a website, I think people forget all the different pieces that go into it, because you have your website and then you have a form because you need them to give you their contact info. And then you have the automations that happen after that form. And then if you have any type of where you need to meet with them one-on-one or in a group call, a calendar setting, actually, you can add staff to your system and then you can have a whole staff calendar. It's really robust. So there's just so much that goes into just a website, and that so many people will start building their website and then realize, oh crap, I need this. And then their system doesn't have that. So I think I love Nadora because it's just so easy to use. And if you ever have questions, we got the office hours, we have the Facebook group. Oh, and then we have the membership directory as well, right, Dora?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm just kind of I have a list that I'm going down as we're going.
Oh, you're a lot better than me. I just go off the top of my head.
Well, I was I know I'm going to forget something, so I'm just going to make a list. So kind of to go along with everything else that Nadora can do, we have 3 different tiers of memberships. So we've got Nadora Connect, which is basically, it's our free membership. And that's just you signing up for Nadora. You get into our Facebook group, which can give you networking meetings, any of our office hours calls. So even if you don't have the platform itself and you maybe want to learn about it, first before you go and purchase a subscription. You can come and talk to me in the office hours and, learn the system. And then coming up soon, we're going to start releasing themed resource bundles every month. So you can download those. They're free to use, different programs, or not programs, not brochures. I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Templates?
Like different documents and stuff like that, playbooks, workbooks, those kinds of things. Maybe even add graphics, social media graphics. So those will be included in that. And then the step up from there is actually, we call it Nadora 360. So that's the platform itself. And that's basically what we've been talking about this whole time. That's the software and all of it, everything it can do. And then third, we've got Nadora U, which will be launching, I'm hoping, in the next month or two. But you get everything in Nadora Connect, and then you get Nadora U, which is our video library and our video education library and courses. So we'll have live events in there. We'll have videos from different educators, different people in the business, resources, templates, and then you can even apply to our monthly bundles to include like maybe your freebie in there so that people will be like, oh, hey, that's, so-and-so. So you can get that on its own, or you can get that with Nadora Connect for Nadora 360 for like a little bit of a discount. And then one of the huge things that I guess I can talk about because of Nadora U is another aspect of Nadora is the video library and the ability to create memberships in the first place. So there's unlimited video hosting, which you can host as many videos as you want. You can create an entire course within Nadora, and that's actually how we're launching Nadora U. Is it's going to be launched in our personal, video library, membership library. We've got the memberships, which there's no restrictions on the number of people you can have in it, offers you can have, products you can sell, and all that kind of stuff. So
it's a lot like Kajabi. So even the layout is very similar to Kajabi. So if most people have created courses at one time or another in Kajabi, that's the best thing that I can relate it to. But like the Nadora membership, you get so much more. Like, I don't know if you've seen the email marketing, Dora, for Kajabi, but it's horrifying. It's probably one of the worst email systems I've ever seen in my life. And so that's why I loved Nadora. I mean, I've worked in everything, like from Teachable to Kajabi and so much more, and just nothing really compares because it's not just great in one thing like all these other softwares. It's great in multiple areas.
And it's ever expanding and ever changing and ever getting better. So yeah, I definitely agree. I was going to say that the replaces Kajabi, Teachable, all those other applications. So once again, another subscription you can cut out because you've got one whole subscription. And then I think you just mentioned it before, but we also have our networking directory, which when you sign up for Nadora, you don't have to, but you can choose to be featured on our networking directory. So basically it's a directory spreadsheet of a bunch of different professionals we've worked with, and then their specialties. So you can, if you're hosting a summit and you need, experts in a specific field, you can go to the networking directory, specifically type in people in this specific field, and it will give you a list of all the people, all of their contact information, all their social media, and all of that. So as a member, you have the option to be added to that, and you get that as part of your subscription. But if you're not a member, we also do $7 a month to just get access to the membership directory or the networking directory. So it's a really good, I found when I was doing a lot of summits that directories were the best thing because you have so much trouble sometimes finding people in their field, and then you're just like scouring the internet for 20 people to fill your summit. And it'd be nice if there was just, I was like, it'd be nice if there was just like one place that I could go to and find multiple people in the same field. So that's kind of what we were going for with that. But.
Yeah, I love it. I love the membership directory because also the people that do sign up for it, usually we know them and we keep tabs on them, and our clients all tend to be very similar and like-minded, and so that's the best thing about the membership directory is that they're definitely entrepreneurs and they definitely want to grow and build their business, and so there's some things that make it better than just finding anyone off of Facebook. So yeah, awesome. And You mentioned summits. So summits is huge right now because that's how everyone's building their email list. Can you build a summit on Nadora?
Yes, 100%. I've done
a lot.
How many now? I've lost count how many I've done at this point. Yes, and you can utilize the membership, video hosting platform to do so. So yes, is it formatted more for courses, not necessarily for just like hosting, video hosting? Yes, but at the same time, I do like the way that it's set up, especially for summits, because when you put a video in as a lesson, you can put all of your descriptions with it, the bio of the person and like their contact information and their free gift. All of that can be underneath the video, and then when somebody watches or when they watch that video, it marks it as complete, so you can go back and be like, oh, I already watched this video, and this video, I have these other ones to watch. So I understand sometimes when people are a little iffy on the course, the fact that it's like a course structure, but I think in the long run, it does work out. And the other part of summits also as well is with the forms. You can have people go and, submit the form, and then the whole automation backside, it tags them, that they signed up for the summit. It sends them a thank you email for signing up. You can do the reminders for when the summit's going live, all of that fun stuff. You can even put, links to the membership portal or your membership portal in the emails. I mean, it can do just about anything. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. And I've seen so many different ways that summits can be created. So some people like live, and then some people like the recordings, but whenever you do the live, people always want to watch the recording if they couldn't catch it. So that's why it comes in handy to have that video library. And then the live, you can automate and put the link out into your automations. So that way you're not having to remind people or, not have anyone show up because they didn't get text reminders. Text reminders for summit, to me, I feel like is necessary because people only check their email so often, but they're going to check their phone 10 times more. So I love it. And then I've even seen, we haven't done it this way, Dora, but I have seen it, is where people create the landing page and then they embed the video onto the landing page for the replays instead of having the login course thing. It's just like a preference if you want to log in or not, or if you want. The only thing with landing page, it's not as secure. So anyone can really get the replays. So that's like another thing to keep in mind, and you can customize it and make it look amazing either way. I like both options. I've kind of like played around with the thought of both ways, but I think I like the membership just a little bit more. But yeah, there's
and it is, from what you said, more secure in the sense that like somebody can't just give out the extension, the link, and be like, oh, hey, attend the summit for, and not have to give your contact information or something like that. The whole point of a summit is we're trying to get their contact information. So
even though it's free, we still want their name and email so we can build that relationship with them. And then, so there's a lot of really, really cool things. I absolutely love it. And really, no matter what your business is, I mean, majority of the clients we have, sorry, I just was playing with scissors and but the majority of our clients are service-based, but I've seen people have product-based businesses and create it on Nadora as well. And we've helped with a few, but it is amazing. I absolutely love it. And we have a blast with it. And I haven't found another system that I've liked. I've been in business since 2015 and helped hundreds of clients like build courses and memberships and websites, and I just haven't found anything as great as Nadora. So I'm really excited about it. Plus you have the networking community within our Facebook, so surrounded by like-minded people, which we need in business. You got your marketing mavens to help out with anything that you need for to-dos, and then we have NG virtual assistants, which kind of teams up with marketing mavens to help support with anything. And I think it's just a really cool ecosystem, so that way it's a one-stop shop, for entrepreneurs. So
yeah, as a whole, it's just, honestly, it's non-comparable to anything else. Like you said, I've to this day not found something that is as useful or as well-rounded or checks all the boxes as Nadora. So
I want to dive a little deeper into our marketing mavens because they're pretty awesome. What are some things we've done as a team on the marketing mavens?
So, I mean, where do I even begin? Because we basically just do about anything. Anything from creating landing pages, email templates, doing your automations for you, creating your forms. We've run summits, like I said, social media graphics, social media, running your social media. Oh goodness, what else have we done?
I'll step in. Logos.
Yep, logos
have been huge. Marketing materials. It doesn't have to be just in the Nadora platform either. There are marketing mavens are trained on pretty much like any platform. They're once you know like a couple softwares, they're all pretty much the same. It's just learning about your processes and systems within the program. And so that's something that our marketing mavens are really good at learning and doing. And they have a ton of experience. So there's if I haven't done it, then maybe the marketing mavens haven't done it. But I think we found one system in the last like 5 years. I found one system I didn't know, and that was recently. But you go in it and you look at it, it's pretty much the same thing. So, and we'll learn it. I don't charge for learning a software. So that's one of the really cool things about us. And then we also have a really cool project management software. We have a time tracking. So if you're like on retainer or hourly rates, we track in live time, which I haven't found another company that does that, which means that, so if say it takes an hour and 15 minutes to do a task, we charge for an hour and 15 minutes. We don't round up to an hour and a half like most companies do. So that's something that makes us kind of unique, but our marketing mavens are absolutely amazing. We have copywriters, graphic designers, website designers, admins. You get a project manager. So this is one of the cool things I've actually been talking to a group of entrepreneurs in this mastermind about, is that they felt overwhelmed because they were talking to like a website designer. They're trying to manage a copywriter and so on and so forth. And they had all these basically virtual assistants that they had to manage, and they were exhausted. And so the uniqueness about our company is you're assigned a project manager who then will assign it out to the team. So you really only have direct contact with the project manager, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. And everyone's in, because we have the software for communication, like everyone's in communication with each other. So if by chance, the graphic designer needs to contact the client or contact you to get something, and it would take too long to go through the project manager, they can always contact them and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, the whole structure of the marketing mavens is different than I've seen elsewhere, which was kudos to you right there. So,
well, I think it just came from, I've tried building my VA agency like 6 different ways, right? So it was like, I've tried just overseas, I've tried US based. Now we're kind of a blended team of both. And that has been like the real kicker, because we're able to really diversify our skill sets now. And the experience is just absolutely amazing that our team has. And so I've tried where I just pair up a VA and an entrepreneur, but then the entrepreneur gets exhausted because they are growing too big and they need too many people. Or we've tried it. I don't know. There's just so many different ways that agencies do it, and it's just not working. And so that's why I love exactly how our team is set up. And then that way, also using the project management software is a huge part of that, because like you said, they can contact you can contact the graphic designer if you want. You'll know who they are and they'll be within your system. But if you only want to talk to your project manager, you only have to talk to your project manager. So it's a really cool system. And if you ever if you ever felt like you don't know what your VA is doing, that is like the biggest comment I get all the time. All you have to do is look in your project management software and see what the updates are on each task and see what the due dates are on. And so it just makes it really easy, just a one little glimpse at how your business is going. And then you can set it up for like weekly email reminders. So if you want like a progress report, you can go into Basecamp and you'll get like a weekly reminder of, hey, this is what was done. This is what we're doing this week. And it's all automated, which is my favorite part. But thank you so much for coming on the show, Dora.
Natalie.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We need that on a shirt. Anything for Natalie. That would be fantastic.
I have your Christmas present now
Okay. That's funny. But in a month, I'm going to be wearing a shirt that says anything for Dora, because Dora is getting
not even a month, 16 days.
Oh my goodness. That is insane. I can't believe it is coming so fast. is absolutely insane. So yeah, it's going to be so much fun. I'm so happy for you, Dora.
Oh, thank you. And this will only be the second time Natalie and I have met in person.
I know, isn't that crazy? We just met for Dora's bachelorette party, which check us out on social media. That one, because we had fun. I rode a mechanical bull, which in a skirt and everything. It was fantastic. And then Dora
And she did phenomenal.
Oh, thank you. It got fired.
Oh yeah, I did get fired and then rehired immediately.
Oh yeah.
She couldn't do this without me.
Yeah, she didn't really get fired. If you've been, what was that place called that we went to?
Howl at the Moon.
Howl at the Moon.
Yes, it's a dueling piano bar.
Yeah, so they actually have one here in Orlando, but we went to Kentucky.
Yes.
Okay. Louisville, Kentucky is where we went for the bachelorette. And so it's funny because you can pay $1 for your to go onto their little mirror thing they have. And I paid $1 for it to say, Dora, you're fired. Got her reaction. It was absolutely fabulous. Dora proposed to the girl piano player, which was fun. And we had a scavenger hunt that was part of it. So and she stole my spotlight because I had it all planned to propose to her, to the pianist during the song Love Story. And right when Love Story was about to play, Dora goes up and proposes and steals Bender. I was so upset. And
wait a minute. I didn't even know you were going to do that. So it was completely you just had the same idea.
Yeah, which is exactly why we're co-founders of Nadora, because
right.
And I'm your wedding.
We share a brain.
That was funny. Well, anyways, we'll wrap this up, but if you want to check out Nadora, you can get 2 weeks free. 2 weeks free? Nadora.org. My voice broke. I felt like a teenage boy there for a second. So you can check that out. And if you have any questions, you guys can always reach out to us. Social media, or our emails are our names at Nadora.org. So we'll see you guys next time.